It amazes me how people want to equate prosperity with sin and poverty with holiness. I will never forget a man, and he was a friend of mine, who sat down with me one day, this is back in the 80s, and said, "It must be so wonderful that you get to pastor people in such poverty." And this was a guy from another country. And I said, "Why would you say such a thing?" He said, "Well, the Bible teaches us that it's so blessed to be poor. And, being able to pastor people that are poor is such an honor and such a privilege." And I looked at him and I said, "You've never been poor, have you?" He said, "Well, no." I said, "You've never put your kids to bed hungry, have you, and listened to them cry?" "No." "You've never not had the money to buy medicine for your children when they're very sick?" "No." I said, "That's the only reason you think poverty is a good thing." And I had to teach him that there is nothing blessed about being poor. Proverbs 10 verse 15 says, "The wealth of the rich is their fortress. The poverty of the poor is their destruction." What is the destructive element in a poor person's life? Poverty. Poverty is destructive. There's not enough money for proper food and proper clothes. There's not enough money for medicine or vitamins. Poverty destroys a person's life. Now, if you would go with us into the poor areas of town, you'll find people that are 40 years old that look 75. That's what poverty does to a person's life. Their teeth are gone. Their hair there's not enough protein in their body to grow good hair and grow good fingernails. Their skin is a mess. Their body's been ravaged by diseases for a lifetime. You've never seen children who don't have the mental power to go to school because they don't have the food in their body that helps their brains develop. But brothers and sisters, poverty is destructive. It is not a blessing. Now look at what God says about prosperity for a minute. And just listen, okay? Don't go get to your preconceived ideas, but just listen. Proverbs 10 verse 15. "The wealth of the rich is their fortress." All right, poverty is destructive, but the wealth of the rich is their fortress. Prosperity provides protection for a family. Protection from the weather by a good home and proper clothes. Protection of their health by proper food, nutrition, and vitamins. Protection from sickness by medicines and vitamins. I was reading an article about this one guy who, for the last 2 years, has been on his yacht in the middle of the Mediterranean and never got near anybody. Okay, his wealth provided a fortress for him and his family. Now, you look at your home, you look at your condo where you and your family can come together and be safe. You go down to Aroma, there's no place to go be isolated. There's no isolation in Aroma. The wealth of the rich is their fortress. Now, prosperity is neither sinful nor righteous. Prosperity is basically how money is looked at and how money is used. Jesus said that you can't serve two masters. You can't serve God and you can't serve money. You have to be devoted to God. Paul says it's the love of money, 1 Timothy 6 verse 10, that's the root of all evil. So you've got to have the right attitude toward money. It's not just how we think about money. It's how money is used. Now, I want you to look with me in Proverbs 10, verse 16. It said, "The earnings of the godly enhance their lives, but evil people squander their money on sin." Like the prodigal son. You squander your money on prostitution and on clubbing. You squander your money on alcohol. You squander your money on gambling. You squander your money on sin. But it says the earnings of the godly enhance their lives. The earnings of the godly enhance their lives. What God blesses the work of your hands so that you earn, if you use that money right, enhances your life, builds a better life for you, builds a better life for your family. So quit looking at prosperity as if it's some kind of a dirty word. It's not a dirty word. It's a fortress for your family. Provides protection for your family. You just have to remember how to use prosperity. You don't use it for sin. You use it to enhance your life.